Throughout history, power has attracted both ambition and betrayal. From Julius Caesar's assassination in 44 BCE to today's cyber attacks, the tools of treachery may have changed, but the underlying motives remain the same: power, control, and survival. In this video, we'll explore two tales of conspiracy, one from ancient Rome and the other from today's digital world, and see how lessons from Julius Caesar's betrayal can inform our approach to cybersecurity today. Let's start with Julius Caesar. A brilliant military leader, Caesar rose to power after years of conquests in Gaul and victories in Rome's civil wars. However, as his influence grew, the Roman Senate began to fear that Caesar was becoming too powerful, perhaps even intending to crown himself king. In 44 BCE, a group of senators, including Caesar's close friends Brutus and Cassius, conspired to assassinate him. The plan was simple: attack him in the Senate House, where Caesar would feel safe. On March 15th, known as the Ides of March, Caesar entered the Senate. Surrounded by his conspirators, he was stabbed 23 times. Caesar's assassination didn't just mark the end of his life, it triggered the end of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. Fast forward to today. While we no longer use daggers and backroom plots to overthrow those in power, the digital age has introduced new tools for betrayal cyber attacks. Cyber criminals, much like the senators who conspired against Caesar, exploit vulnerabilities to gain power or control. Instead of political conspiracies, modern betrayals come in the form of malware, ransomware, and phishing attacks. Let's break down some of the key methods attackers use today. 1. Malware. Malware, or malicious software, infects devices to steal data or disrupt operations. Think of it like a hidden conspiracy within a network. 2. Ransomware. Ransomware locks users out of their systems, demanding payment for release, much like laying siege to a city and demanding surrender. 3. Phishing attacks trick users into giving away sensitive information. Much like Caesar's trust in Brutus, phishing relies on exploiting trust to gain access to valuable information. 4. Advanced persistent threats, or APTs. APTs are long-term strategic cyber campaigns, often backed by nation-states. These stealthy attacks can last for months or years, compromising critical systems over time. History has seen its fair share of betrayals, but modern cyber attacks have taken this concept to a whole new level. Here are a few examples of infamous cyber attacks that illustrate the impact of digital sabotage. Stuxnet, a joint US-Israeli cyber operation, was designed to sabotage Iran's nuclear program. It's the first known case of cyber warfare causing real-world damage to industrial systems. In 2014, North Korean hackers attacked Sony Pictures, leaking sensitive data and sparking conversations about the growing threat of state-sponsored cyber attacks. And in 2021, ransomware attackers disrupted fuel supplies across the US East Coast, highlighting the vulnerability of critical infrastructure to cyber attacks. The parallels between Caesar's assassination and modern cyber attacks are striking. In both cases, the attackers often come from within, a trusted friend in Caesar's case, or an insider threat in the case of a company. The goal is the same: gain control, whether over a political empire or sensitive digital information. The consequences can be just as devastating. Just as Caesar's assassination led to civil war and the collapse of the Roman Republic, modern cyber attacks can lead to financial ruin, loss of critical data, or even national security threats. So, how can we defend ourselves against modern betrayals? Here are a few key strategies. First, multi-layered security architectures. Just as Caesar could have benefited from more layers of protection, organizations need multiple layers of defense, firewalls, encryption, and access controls. Second, the zero-trust model assumes that no one, inside or outside the network, can be trusted without continuous verification. This model reduces the risk of insider threats. Third, Advanced technologies like AI and machine learning can detect suspicious activity early, helping stop an attack before it escalates. And finally, just as ancient leaders shared intelligence with their allies, today's organizations must share threat intelligence to stay ahead of cyber attackers. Whether in ancient Rome or today's digital world, the pursuit of power will always attract those looking to exploit vulnerabilities. The assassination of Julius Caesar and the rise of modern cyber attacks show us that vigilance and strong defenses are crucial in both politics and cybersecurity. As engineers, cybersecurity professionals and users, we must be prepared for betrayal, whether it's from an insider or a digital threat. The tools may have changed, but the game remains the same. Protect what matters most. The question is, are we ready for the next attack?